Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season opener here at UMass Boston. My name is Olin Hayes, and I'll be here with you as we watch this first game of the year between the UMass Boston Beacons and the New England College Pilgrims. Both teams coming off of good seasons, but losing a lot of key starters. We'll see what happens. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll preview this game for you.
The University of Massachusetts Boston, with its scenic oceanfront campus, easily accessible to downtown Boston, is recognized as a model of excellence for urban public universities. 16 NCAA Division III sports are part of the more than 100 student organizations that create an engaging campus life in America's biggest and best college town. UMass Boston, Boston's urban public research university for the 21st century.
Coming into this game, it'll be interesting to see how both teams fare. Last season, both of these teams made the playoffs in their respective conferences. UMass Boston 7-2 in the conference and made a run all the way to the finals. Meanwhile, New England College, in one of their first couple of years as a program, able to make it to the quarterfinals and get a victory before falling in the semis to Eastern Nazarene. But another interesting storyline to look out for is New England College coach Kirsten Morrison. Morrison was a longtime player for UMass Boston and a part of the organization as a coach until recently as well. Now Morrison over on the other side of the court, and it will be interesting to see how the former all-conference player fares as a coach against her former school. We'll be back in a few minutes up in the booth to preview this game even more and get started.
Joined by Kirsten Morrison. Kirsten, you walked in with your New England College team. They saw the picture of you in your UMass Boston uniform, and they said you were a big deal. What does it mean to be back here at the Clark?
It's just so warming. I mean, honestly, to see everyone and just I want my team to see where I'm from and what UMass is like. And, you know, I'm trying to bring the culture that I learned here back up to Henniker.
What does UMass Boston mean to you? Not only a three-sport athlete, but a couple years as an assistant that kind of got you into the coaching profession.
You know it means everything. I love UMass. I'll forever be a beacon, and I still talk about the school, to be honest, and I'm just happy to be back here.
Year two as a Pilgrim, can you kind of give us a little bit of insight on year one and what you're hoping to get out of year two?
So, year two as a head coach, going to our third season. I mean, year one was, learning my system and how I want the program to be run. The girls really bought into it. Year two, I got to bring in my first recruiting class, and, we're trying to work on consistency, and, obviously we want to be in a championship this year, so that's our goal right now.
Finally, you've got some former players, you've got some former coaches that you worked with. Is there a little bit of bragging rights on the line today?
Of course there's bragging rights, but I wish them good luck.
Thanks so much for your time. Good luck today.
Hello again, everyone. Olin Hayes here from the Clark Athletic Center in Boston, Massachusetts. And we're just a few minutes away from getting started as the UMass Boston Beacons host the New England College Pilgrims. And we're going to take a quick look at some of the stats from the past couple of seasons coming up here. As we see from the 2018-19 season, UMass Boston a little ahead across the board on most of these stats. Certainly we saw them have a very good season last year in and out of the conference, finishing at 7-2 in conference play, and of course making it very close to the finals of the LEC. On the New England College side, though, successful year for them as well. Rough out-of-conference schedule, but did fairly well in that, as well as making the playoffs in their conference in the NECC. And they were able to get a win in the quarterfinals on Becker before falling to the one-seed Eastern Nazarene. So you see some fairly even stats across the board there, just an advantage on the assist side for the Beacons. We'll take a look at some of the key players that are returning here. These are a few of the players on the UMass Boston side who are still back. Eileen Shee, leader in kills, and Michaela Chianco also coming back this year, as well as Marcelle Tiscareno. And these are a lot of the key players who they are able to keep. On the other side, for New England College, Tihani Eha will be one of their key offensive players. She still is returning as well, as is Drecka Griffin, the leader in blocks. A couple of these players not coming back, but across the board, a lot of returning players from New England College who will be very important to the team's success. And UMass Boston returning a few of their key players as well, but a couple more of them will not even be playing in today's first game. So we'll see a lot of new faces for the Beacons as we check out this game and we look at one of the key matchups for today. Sarah Doyle and Tihani Eha. These will be two of the key offensive players that we see. We see Eha was the team's leader in kills last year, 324. Also up there on digs as well. So an all-around player who you'll see all over the court. You see quite a few aces for both of those two. The serve definitely will be a key part of this game. We'll see if anyone can step up and go on any of those big serving runs. So before we get into the game, we're going to play a quick video previewing this season for the UMass Boston Beacons. So take a look. We'll be back in a few minutes.
From the very beginning, we're really pushing court chemistry since we are a very new team. We lost a lot of returners and upperclassmen. So right now, the small upperclassmen that we have are working together to get the freshmen and the sophomores close on the court, just get everyone talking and everyone feeling comfortable playing next to each other since it is going to be a new team pretty much out on the court.
So our freshmen are doing a really great job of coming in each day and just working hard. We're throwing a lot of things at them this year, so they're just kind of taking it one day at a time and one task at a time, and right now we're seeing a lot of success with that.
Some of our returners will have to kind of pick up the slack that was lost from the previous year and work smarter in their position as positional leaders, such as Amelia. Do have to be this guide for our freshmen coming in, that we do have a lot of fresh pins that haven't seen college volleyball before, and so they do have to kind of learn quickly and learn smart, especially with our fast offense. This year is going to be a major shift in the offense as we move from more a pin-based team than we were last year to a more middle-based team. We have a fresh talent coming in the middle, and we have experienced positional leaders like myself and Marcelle to kind of help guide the freshmen coming in.
We are going to be a very defensive-heavy team this year. We have 5 liberos, so every single day we're coming in and pushing each other for that starting spot. Whether we're playing libero or a DS position, everyone is really working together to make each other better and push each other. And I've also seen a lot of good defensive work out of our pins. We're really focusing on that too, not just making sure that they're getting swings in practice, but also making sure that they're ready defensively in order to get those swings.
I think Cindy's doing a great job of running the back row. She's very vocal, and I think she's giving a lot of confidence to our freshmen and transfers on just how to run our back row. The setter group is doing a really great job of just getting our tempo down and trying to make all of our sets look as similar as possible. Jill just recently came back to the setting position after a shoulder injury and being a DS last year. So she came in really fast and learned our tempo again really quickly. And then Alex is a transfer, and then she came in and she's catching it on right away. So that's also really great. I think our hitters are doing a great job of learning our tempo and just getting it down and getting some good swings on it.
Some of our returners, such as Carlson, have really stepped up and kind of grown into the role of being an upperclassman setter. She's really taking advantage of her offense in the front row and really commanding the court as our starting setter right now. And so she's really come into her own as an upperclassman.
Having 2 transfers really helps us out. We do only have such a small upperclassman group of upperclassmen this year. So I think it's really great just to add different knowledges from different schools and then kind of bring it to our school and incorporate it into our program. So I think it's helping out the freshmen a lot as well.
Our Roger Williams scrimmage definitely gave us a lot of confidence. We had 5 completely different lineups that we were able to use and see who worked well with each other, and I think it got everyone really comfortable in their position, and also it got a chance to see people in different positions that they normally wouldn't play. Yeah, nothing's given this year. Everybody knows that even if they were a starter last year, if they didn't play much last year, this is a completely new team and a new year, so our lineups are not set yet. We're still playing around every single day in practice. When we play 6-on-6, the sides are always changing. We're always getting thrown into new looks and just seeing what's going to be our best fit.
I think a lot of our freshmen are standing out to me. Michaela's doing a great job of coming into our defense. We're really defensive heavy this year. So I think she's doing a great job of working the back row. And I think a lot of our pin hitters are also stepping up. Losing Eileen was obviously really hard for us, but our pins are doing a great job of getting back into it, getting some great swings on it, and I think we're going to be really good this year.
It is really great to have the home court advantage here at UMass and playing local New England schools before going off to Minnesota to see schools that we've never played against before, and the talent out there is supposed to be really great. So having these couple matches here at home, kind of to settle in and relax.
Our expectation is definitely November 9th. That's the LEC championship game. We really want to bring that championship back home this year. We weren't happy settling for third place last year, and we're coming back with vengeance this year.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're going to take a quick look at the starters for both teams before we get started in this game. Starting off with the visiting team, New England College Pilgrims. We see number 9, Sharita Wimberly, number 10, Tihani Eha, number 11, Samantha Vargas on the front line, number 19, Renee McBride-Rogers, number 22, Drecka Griffin, and number 12, Maggie Dadman on the back line, and number 4, Kobe Ross in as well. And, of course, we will go and let the UMass Boston starters introduce themselves. So here they are.
Hi, I'm Tyla Parker, a junior libero from Mahwah, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Sarah Doyle, a senior middle hitter from Glendale, California.
Hi, Marcelle Tiscareno. I'm a sophomore middle hitter from El Paso, Texas.
Hi, I'm Mallory Reed, a freshman right side from Alpharetta, Georgia.
Something I discovered in myself is that
I'm Alexandra Kiosa, a freshman outside hitter from Quincy, Massachusetts.
Hi, I'm Michaela Garrity, a freshman outside DS from Elgin, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Carlson, a junior setter from Columbus, Ohio.
Hi. Division 3 allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division 3 athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
All right, hello again, everybody. Olin Hayes here, and we're just about 2 minutes away from the start of the game. And before we get started, we're going to take a quick look at the coaches for each side. Starting off on the New England College side with Kirsten Morrison. Morrison, as I mentioned earlier, and as you saw in the interview, former player and coach for UMass Boston. So her first time taking on her former program. Should be a very interesting storyline at today. And we go over to the UMass Boston side. Michael Houlihan in his 7th season with UMass Boston and has won 5 LEC tournament titles in 6 years. He's had an incredible record, done a very good job with this team over the last few seasons. And before we get started, we're going to take a quick look at some keys to the game for today. It's just a little under 2 minutes before game time. And the big one, for the UMass Boston side especially, the upperclassmen need to lead because they are definitely missing some of the upperclassmen who graduated last season. But we got a lot of new faces on this team, so that'll be an important thing today. See how everyone can keep up. Also, of course, get the ball to the middle as much as they can. This is a team that can operate in any direction, but they've got to have that established in the middle and see who can step up on the outside. A lot of new outside hitters coming in today. Amelia Chapievska will actually not be playing in this game 1, so it's going to be interesting to see who of the new players can step up and make something happen. And now, with just about a minute to go before game time, we're going to take one more quick commercial break, and then we will start off.
I came here from the University of Michigan to develop and direct the Center for Personalized Cancer Therapy. What is, I think, really great about the CPCT is that it's actually a joint venture between UMass Boston and the Dana-Farber Harvard Cancer Center.
We're able to bring researchers from Dana-Farber with expertise in cancer care, cancer research, and experts from UMass Boston in various aspects of science and sociology, and to really build bridges and partnerships designed to do wonderful, innovative research.
Because of the facilities that we were able to put together through the Center for Personalized Cancer Therapy, we're able to attract very high-level junior investigators from the Dana-Farber Harvard Cancer Center. Most recently, Dr. Shalja Pathania.
I work on BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes. The women have mutations in these genes,
they have almost 80% chance of getting breast cancer. We now have, or will have for the first time, an insight into why these cells are becoming tumor cells. And having that information is critical in designing the preventive or even therapeutic strategies that can help reduce BRCA1 cancer or BRCA2 cancer. I have the right kind of collaborators around me. It's a perfect recipe to do some very innovative research that pushes the science further.
For our project, there's no way we could do this work without the partnership of UMass Boston and the diversity that it brings and the expertise and community-based research.
I think that UMass Boston has a little different position in developing the STEM pipeline than the private universities do.
We started a program with UMass Boston called Set Sail for Success to help first-year students in the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. One of the aspects about partnering with UMass Boston that was especially important to us at Harvard Pilgrim is the fact that its student population that it educates and that it graduates stay in this area.
We have a really tremendous group of young, promising minority students. I have no doubt that they have a bright future, whether it's in cancer research or clinical care or leadership or community activism.
Those are the kinds of leaders that we need in the Commonwealth. And we're going to be ready with open arms and hands once they graduate from UMass Boston. The opportunities are there, and UMass Boston is really making a difference to make them be ready.
UMass Boston is founded on a notion of impact. The Center for Peace, Democracy, and Development is a place where faculty and students can take a lot of the concepts and ideas that we are teaching in the classroom and take them into the field and actually make a difference. Beyond our work in Boston, we have projects in Nigeria, Israel, Palestine, Northern Ireland, South Africa, Ecuador, Colombia. Through our work in the field with a lot of important actors like the U.S. State Department, with the U.S. Agency for International Development, with the United Nations, I think we've gained a reputation as a place that can help a lot of these actors solve their problems and can get things done, and also that have a student body that they want to hire when they finish working with us. Nigeria may seem, it is, a world away from Boston, but many of the things that I've learned in dealing with Muslim-Christian peace efforts is tremendously relevant for situations here in Boston and other parts of the United States. Dealing with issues between police and youth, or police and immigrant communities, and that's a lot of what we do. Creating networks of relationships where people can work out their problems and can find better solutions than the ones that violence offers. Because in the end, we're all in this together. We only thrive when we work on these sorts of solutions to our problems together.
All right, hello again, everybody. We are just about to start off this game here at the Clark Athletic Center. Starting lineups have been announced, the anthem has been played, and the starters are just about ready to go and getting out on the court. My name is Olin Hayes, and I'll be here with you for both of the UMass Boston games today as they take on New England College here and Emerson College later in the day. So as the teams go into their final huddle, we get just about ready to start this game and start the 19 season. So the UMass Boston starters are ready to go. New England College joining them as well. Referee's going over one final detail on the NEC side. And it will be the Beacons to serve first. Starting with junior Carlson Kaminsk behind the service line. Beacons are ready. Pilgrims are ready. Kaminsk is ready, and here we go. Kaminsk into the net, and that'll be 1-0 for the Pilgrims to start off this season. And the first server on the NEC side will be Renee McBride-Rogers, the freshman from Ohio. And that one goes low as well. So we'll trade service errors to start off the year. And the score goes to 1-1. Next server will be Alex Kose for the Beacons. See if she can put one in play. Floats it deep. And that one long, but off the block. Or off of a hand somewhere in there. And that'll be a point to the Beacons. So no rallies yet through 3 points. Kose tries to put it in play again. This float will be played. And NEC can't handle it, so that'll be 3-1 to the Beacons. Good start on the scoreboard. Certainly both teams looking to work out some of the kinks in the off-season. And Kose will serve once again. Kose floats this one. This one's in play. Set up to the near side off the block, and that one will eventually get down. Good shot coming from Eha on the near side. So first point we've had resembling a kill, and now we will go back over to NEC's serve. Wimberly puts it in play. Ooh, and mishandled a little bit. No one could get there, so the score will go to 3-3. Wimberly will serve again. Wimberly, a freshman from Hawaii. A lot of Hawaiian players on this NEC team. Beacons trying to get this one in play and just not able to do it. So the score will go to 4-3 in favor of New England College. So safe to say both teams off to a bit of a slow start. We'll see if they can start to figure everything out as we get deeper into this first set. Deep float serve goes into the top of the net. And the score is all tied up at 4. And we get our first sub as Sarah Doyle checks into the game. Tallest player on this team coming in at 6'2". And that's going to be a net violation. Or they're going to call it double contact on the set, rather. So both referees putting the 2 fingers up. Double contact will give the point over to the Beacons. 5-4 is the score. UMass Boston to serve again, and it'll be Tyla Parker. Set here, and the ball is dug easily by the Beacons. Set to the near side. That one off the block. And that time we will get a net violation. They set up Mallory Reed for the hit. And Reed, a freshman, an important part of this team as an outside hitter if she can establish a spot in the starting lineup. As that serve is floated into play. And beautiful shot right there. Drecka Griffin putting it down off the block. So now last couple of points, both teams have looked a lot more solid on both sides of the ball. And we'll see a couple of substitutions coming in for NEC. It'll be Kenzie Barron, the sophomore, coming in to serve. 5'6" setter, originally from Utah. Barron getting ready, comes into the game just for the serve here. Well handled by Kose. Beacons will put it back over. Chance on the near side, tips deep. And a bit of a miscommunication there. Comments couldn't field it cleanly. And Kose was in position behind, but not quite close enough. So that'll be another point to the Pilgrims. And the score goes to 6-all. So it was a good serve from Barron last time. This one again floated into the back line. Short set and a beautiful play right there from the Beacons. Setting up Sarah Doyle for the hit. And we'll get substitution here for UMass Boston. Guess I'm coming in to serve for them as well. It's number 18, Sydney Birch. Birch, a senior. One of the few seniors on this roster this year. Birch serves from way out wide, gets a let serve. Let's, of course, in play in volleyball. Back set, and a nice shot cross court from Doyle gets the point. 8-6 is the score. Beacons on top. It was all set up by a good serve from Birch. Serve from way out wide all the way to the right side of the court. And then nice back set to Doyle sets up the point. From well off the net, and that one's not quite going to roll over from Wimberley. So another point to the Beacons on a bit of a run here, 3 in a row. And Birch gets ready to serve again. Good serve deep into the court. Well handled by the Pilgrims, and now an opportunity for Wimberley, but not able to put it away. To the other side, off the block, kept alive by the Pilgrims. Two-handed poke over the net, over on 2. And Ahau was ready for it. That one hit off the block and down. A good rally back and forth there as both teams really seem to be settling in. And that'll be a point to the Pilgrims. Score goes to 9-7. This will be Colby Ross. Ross's serve. Hit by Doyle. And they're not able to keep that one alive, so it'll be 10-7 UMass Boston as Doyle with another good shot. Doyle really using that height advantage very well. Tallest player on the court today. And that serve goes into the net. Ball will go back across the net to New England College. We get a substitution now with Samantha Vargas leaving the game. She'll be replaced by JC Kodama, who will come on to serve. Freshman, also out of Hawaii. And a bit mishandled there. Almost kept in play, but a beautiful tip over. And that was Renee McBride-Rogers, the freshman, who was ready for that one. Not just wanting to play it and try to set something up. Goes straight with the two-handed block down. And it is 10-9. This one kept alive from the back row, and that will be a double contact call, I believe. The two fingers go up. And it is 11-9 in favor of the Beacons. So Doyle in the back row now to serve. And that one goes just long. Good call to leave that one alone from JC Kodama. And we get a couple more subs for New England College. Rolling through substitutions a lot more on the NEC side. As Maggie Dadden comes back into the game to serve. Dedman, an important part of this team last season as a freshman. Now as a sophomore. They're going to play a role in another successful season. It's a good set. The ball kept alive. Great dig by Colby Ross. And that one goes out off the block. So, very well played point across the board from New England College. The dig came from the libero Ross. And then the hit goes off the block. 11-11 is the score. We're all tied up here in the first set. Float serve. Set a bit low. Good shot, though, in an awkward position. That one goes off the block, but won't get down. Cross court and off the block and out of bounds. Good hit from Kosei there on the far side of the court. As we've got a couple of subs for UMass Boston coming up. Sydney Birch and Alex Cook will leave the game. And coming in to serve is number 9, Carson Comins. Comins puts it into the back line. From well off the net, Griffin just puts it back in play. Comins sets, beautiful set, and the kill for number 21, Marcelle Tiscareno. Great play all around from Comins. A good serve to set up an awkward position for NEC. And then Comins with a good set, and Tiscareno puts it away for her first kill of the season. And a bit of a miscommunication there. Looked like it was going to be a quick set to Griffin. Instead, the set goes a more normal distance for McBride-Rogers, but was not ready for it. So another point to the Beacons. They lead 14-11. Good serve, well handled by Colby Ross. From well off the net, it's Wimberley with a good shot, but the Beacons are able to keep it alive. From off the net, it'll be another chance for the Pilgrims. Quick set to Griffin, and she puts it away. Dricka Griffin with a good kill right there. And it is 14-12. New England College to serve. The freshman McBride Rogers looking for a hard jump serve, puts it into the bottom of the net. And the ball will go back over to the Beacons. So McBride Rogers will come out, and Colby Ross checks back in. Quick set for Griffin again. Oh, well handled at the net by Tiscareno. Able to keep that point alive. Now another opportunity for the Pilgrims. Set to the near side again for Aha, and she puts it away. Oh, it goes just wide. Looked like it went off the block, but not touched by the UMass Boston side, so that will be another point to the Beacons. Griffin forced to set this one, and that one's just going to be shanked all the way back to the baseline. So another point to the Beacons, a great run for them. It was tied at 11. Now a 6-1 run puts the Beacons up 17-12, and we'll take a quick timeout on the NEC side. So we'll go to commercial, we'll be right back.
We want to do theater that is responsible. We want to do music that is evocative and elevates us. We want to do dance that reflects urban movement and connection. I've been a practicing designer for the last 30 years. My specialty is costume.
Hello again, everyone. Olin Hayes back here with you at the Clark Athletic Center here in the first set of the new season between UMass Boston and New England College. UMass Boston will play again later today against Emerson College. That'll be another fun matchup, but for now we're locked in what has been a pretty tight first set overall, but the Beacons on a very good run right now. 6 of the last 7 points to take a 17-12 lead. This game was tied at 6. Beacons took a big lead. It was brought back to 11-11. Now 17-12, we'll see if the Pilgrims can make another comeback or if the Beacons can keep this lead and close out this set. Griffin forced to just play it over. Kamensk, back set, and a beautiful kill all the way across court from Marcelle Tiscareno. Kamensk with another very nice back set. We've seen a couple of those from her today. And Tiscareno with a fantastic kill all the way into the far corner. So 18-12, and it'll be another serve for Kose. A good serve, mishandled again, this time by Kodama. So it'll be another serve for Kose, and it's a 7-point lead for the Beacons. We'll get a substitution as Amaya Avalos checks into the game, sophomore from Texas. Another good serve, but well handled by Avalos. They'll be able to at least keep this one in play. Oh, and it goes into the net. Kose on a great serving run. And it is 20-12 here in this first set. Remember, it was 11-11. This is now a 9-1 run. Kose, another good serve. This one well handled by Avalos, though. And that one will get down off the block. Pilgrims finally end this run. And it'll be 20-13. So going back to serve will be Sharita Wimberly. And from off court, that one's going to go a little too far. So another point going the way of the Pilgrims, 20-14 now. They still trail by 6. Wimberly to serve once again. Kamensk sets to the far side. Nice little poke shot there, but the Pilgrims ready for it. That one off the block, dug by Kamensk. Set to the far side, and that one just missed. Very close from Kose on the hit, but not quite going to fall, and it'll be another point to the Pilgrims. So 3 straight for New England College. Wimberly to serve once again. We'll see if she can bring them back into this first set. That one off the net. Well played, though. Kept alive by the Beacons. And that one off the block and down. Another good hit from Aha. And her timeout called by UMass Boston. 20-16 is the score. Game was tied at 11. Beacons went all the way up by 8, 20-12. Now 4 straight points for New England College have got us back to 20-16. We'll take another short break during this timeout. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Moving from Turkey, it was a rough journey for me because when you don't really speak the language that well and when you don't really fit in the crowd, it's very easy to disappear. But I decided not to give up, so, and UMass helped me.
Hello again, everyone. We're just about ready to come out of this timeout. Players getting back on the court for both sides. It'll still be Wimberly to serve for New England College. They've won 3 straight points on her serve. That's 4 straight points overall. And they've brought this back to just a 4-point deficit. Beacons still on top, 20-16 over the Pilgrims. Thomas with a good set for Hill. That's going to be a point going the way of the Beacons. Looks like a double contact call or a carry call or some variation of that. So Tyla Parker to serve. And that one off the block and down from Drecka Griffin. So Griffin making sure any Seaside's out as well. And now we get a couple of subs into the game for New England College. Kenzie Barron coming back in to serve once again. Did pretty well in that role last time they brought her off the bench. And another good serve. This one mishandled by Kose. So Barron will get another hit at it. 21-18. This has turned into a very close first set. Barron to serve. Cross court. And that one hit a little too far. They'll be able to dig it out of the net and put it in play. Good set from Ross from deep in the court, but they can't get it over the net on the tap by Aha. Well played, though, by Colby Ross to set that up from so far back in the court. We got a sub on the UMB side. Couple of subs. Coming in to serve will be Sydney Birch. And Senior puts it in play. Good serve cross court, mishandled by Aha, and that will be 23-18 in favor of the Beacons. 2 points away from this first set. Birch to serve once again. Again, going aggressively at Aha with the serve. And now it's set point. 24-18, 6 set points for the Beacons. Looking to be victorious in their first set of the season. This time Colby Ross moves over to accept the serve in that location. They'll just put it in play, though. Bit of a misplay on the set, but good adaptation from Doyle, able to keep the play alive. That one passed a little too far. That one as well, joust for it at the net. Almost goes down, but the Beacons will keep it alive. And now back set for Doyle. Cross court, and it goes down. That one gets off the hands of Barron and goes to the ground. And it'll be 25-18. That is it for the first set. So a great first set for the UMass Boston Beacons. It was a slow start for everyone. Took them probably 10 points or so on both sides to get used to the new season, but everything seemed to work out after that. And the Beacons, with a couple of great serving runs, are able to clutch out this first set 25-18. So we'll take a quick break between sets, and we'll be back for the start of the second in just a few minutes.
Paris changed my life, and I got there through UMass. Those very specific seminal moments in Paris, the subway. A man in a tuxedo walked in, and a woman in a long gown. And it was stunning. It all hit me. It was like a lightning bolt. There was this world of beauty and style that I wanted to be a part of. That was the beginning of the journey. And that all came through the University of Massachusetts. And that was really a key moment for me. That's one of those moments you never forget.
Hello everyone and welcome back. We're going to take a quick look around Beaconville at some of the upcoming matches. Today, of course, Friday, we have another volleyball game coming up later today, but aside from that, women's soccer taking on Smith College on the road at 5 p.m. and men's soccer on the road as well, taking on MIT at 7. Tomorrow, a couple more games as well. Women's soccer hosting Wentworth Institute right here at UMass Boston. That's at 2 p.m. And at the same time, women's tennis will be on the road at Husson University. So everyone getting started with their seasons here in the next couple of days. And now we'll take a quick look at some of the highlights from this first set. A lot of great serves from the UMass Boston side. Hello again and welcome back for this second set between the UMass Boston Beacons and New England College Pilgrims. UMass Boston taking the first set 25-18. A couple of great serving runs, including one at the end from Sydney Birch. Birch, the senior, with a few consecutive points on her serve to close out the set. And now we go to set 2 with the Pilgrims serving to start us off. It'll be Dadman floating into the back line. And a great kill from Mallory Reed, just finding a hole in the defense. Hit it right between Colby Ross and the rest of the back line. They tend to leave Ross on an island, it looks like, on the back line a lot. Able to cover a lot of area, but still going to be leaving some gaps if they spread them out that far. Very good serve. That one blocked. Pilgrim's able to keep it alive. Over on 2. Comments. Sets it up and a tip over. Not quite going to take it. Ross sets it to the far side. Wimberly. Great dig. And that one will get down. It was set up by the dig from Tyla Parker. And eventually UMass Boston able to close out the point. So, hard fought point right there. 2-0 is the score. And it's Kiosa on the serve. That one blocked down again, this time by Michaela Garrity. Freshman out of Illinois. Getting a start here in the first game of the season. And tip shot dug easily by Kaminsk. Long set cross court. An opportunity Oh, set a little too tight to the net, and now it'll be an opportunity for the Beacons. Ross with the dig. Far side, off the block, kept alive once again. Joust for it at the net, and it's won by the Beacons. Tiscareno out-duels number 22, Drecka Griffin, at the net. And it is a 4-0 run to start off this set for the Beacons. Some great serves from Kiosa, and a couple of very good plays at the net to keep that game alive, to keep that point alive. And Griffin answers right back with a quick kill, getting the Pilgrims on the board. Drecka Griffin, certainly the player they look to on the offense when they need a boost like that. And Griffin able to hit the shot once again right there. A few kills already in today's game, and the serve will now go over to Colby Ross and the Pilgrims. Ross with a good short serve. That one overpassed. Over on 2. Parker ready for it. That one tapped over. Another opportunity for the Pilgrims. Set into the back line. That's going to be a double contact. Pretty clear one there. Ball came out with a lot of spin. And that'll be 5-1 going the way of the Beacons. And Tyla Parker to serve. Parker with a good hard serve there. Pilgrims not able to get too much on that one. But now we got another opportunity. Back set for Wimberley. Good dig by Kiosa. Kiosa from the back line. Dug by Ross. Set to the far side. Another dig coming out from Tyla Parker. This rally still staying alive. Griffin into the block and down. Falls on the Pilgrims side of the court, and it'll be 6-1 Beacons. So a great start to this second set. Picking up right where they left off, and it'll be Tyla Parker to serve once again. And what a shot all the way across the court from Wimberley. Great kill right there to bring it to 6-2. But that's the kind of shot they've had to hit to win a point in this second set. We've seen 2 very good kills, but all of these extended rallies have gone the way of the Beacons. And now the serve put in play. And that one might be called a carry or a double contact. It will be a double contact. So, third point going the way of NEC in the second set. Wimberley to serve. Went on a very good serving run in the first set that almost brought them back into the game. Garrity cross court. And that one off the block and down. Very good shot from Aiha. And that will keep the serve with Wimberley. So Sharita Wimberley puts it in play again. Jump float to the back line. Comments, sets it, and a great block. That one looked easy from Aiha. And it'll be 6-5 now. 3 straight points, or 4 straight points for NEC. So another good serving run from Sharita Wimberley. And she hasn't been doing it with aces or with any particularly dominant serves. It's just that she's putting it in good places where the Beacons don't get a whole lot of a chance to do something with the ball. That was a beautiful serve, and it's overpassed. And that'll be another point going the way of the Pilgrims. And this has been the key on the serve so far from Wimberley. Wimberley just able to put the ball in so many different places that even if the serve doesn't get down, there's not really much of a chance for UMass Boston to do something spectacular with the ball. And they have to give the opportunity back over to the Pilgrims. So this will lead to a timeout for UMB. And we're going to take a quick look at some of the replays from those last couple of points. So see that joust at the net from earlier was a spectacular finish to a very good point. But the Pilgrims able to bring it back and tie this game up. 6-6 here in the second set. And that block right there was very key from Aiha. So it looked like a very good start from the Beacons. They went up 6-1. They've lost 5 straight points, 4 of them being on the serve of Sharita Wimberley. So Wimberley will continue to serve, and we'll see if the Beacons can put an end to this run here in set number 2. Beacons won the first set 25-18. And serve from Wimberly. This one handled cleanly. Comments sets it up. That one blocked, but it'll be kept alive easily by the Beacons. And a good tip. We get a call from the back judge. That's going to be, I think, a net call. Garrity was trying to tip that one just over the net, but it looks like her hand grazed the bottom of the net, so it'll be another point on Wimberly's serve to the Pilgrims. Over on 2. Pilgrims were ready for it, and that one will go just out of bounds, not touched by the Beacons. So they will finally end the run on Wimberly's serve. We'll get a couple of substitutions here on the UMass Boston side. Score 7-7. And coming back into serve will be Sydney Birch. Birch off the top of the net and over. From off the net, it's Griffin, just putting it back in play. Back set for Doyle, off the block, kept alive, pass back over to the UMB side, and that one tipped a little bit short by number 23, Alex Cook. And the serve will go back over to NEC. Couple of substitutions as Griffin steps off the court for a bit. And it'll be Kenzie Barron coming on to serve again. They've used her as a substitution, specifically putting her in to serve a couple of times, and it's done pretty well for the team. We'll see if she can do another good job of serving in this second set. Good start. That one's going to be set from way in the back line. And Garrity puts it over. And I'm not sure if that was a net call, but the ball got down anyway. So, good play from the freshman, Michaela Garrity. And now she will be serving. So the score tied up 8-8 here in the second set. UMass Boston up 25-18, set 1. And now the freshman Garrity gets us ready to go once again. And that one's set very tight to the net. That one's going to go over and out of bounds. Oh, it's on the line. Back judge calls it right on the line. So, many miscommunications in a short span of time, but it works out for NEC as they put the ball down right on the touchline. And now it'll be Aja to serve. Kiosa puts it over, and now one they can't quite dig out of the net after the second hit. So, score tied up once again, 9-9. And the serve will go to Sarah Doyle for UMass Boston. That one goes just long. Good call from the UMB defense to leave that one. Samantha Vargas, the freshman, going for the shot and almost getting the kill, but just about 6 inches behind the touchline. So a 1-point lead for the Beacons. And a good serve by Doyle. Ross able to chase it down and they'll keep the ball alive. Oh, it goes off the net. Beacons able to keep it going though. Kiosa puts it cross court, dug by Wimberly. Over on 2. Beacons, miscommunication, 2 of them go down. Still able to put a shot over. Barron puts it back over, and now they're set for Kiosa. Great dig in the back line. The point still going, that one into the block. Pilgrims will keep it alive. Barron, quick set. This one's set all the way over to Kiosa. And that's going to be a double contact call to end a crazy rally back and forth. It was a good serve by Doyle. The ball was mishandled and chased all the way down by Colby Ross, who was able to get to it a long way away. Couple of great digs in there, especially on the Pilgrims side. Now they'll clean off the court a little bit. A lot of people going down over the course of that last point. And it will be number 17, JC Kodama, freshman out of Hawaii, back to serve. Kodama puts it in play, a short serve, that's an ace. That is our first ace of the day. Ball gets down before Birch or anyone else could get their hand to it. So a well-placed serve from Kodama picks up ace number 1 for the season for either of these teams. And Kodama to serve again. That one set pretty far off the net. Good hit from Kyosa. Oh, and a great dig on the far sideline. Birch keeping the play alive. And it's blocked down by Alex Cook. UMass Boston winning the point off of a fantastic dig from Sydney Birch. So Birch will take a quick break after that. Cook will as well. They'll bring in Mallory Reed on the front line. And to serve, it will be number 9, Carson Kaminsk. Kaminsk, good deep serve. Ross from the back line, not able to get it over the net. So it is 12-11 in favor of UMB here in the second set. They get their first lead in a while. So 12-11 is the score. Kaminsk, another good serve. This one well handled by Ross. Sent to the far side for Wimberly, and it's blocked down by Mallory Reed. Reed with the stuff block, and it is 13-11. And that is going to be a call against Pilgrims, I believe, for just being out of position. I think they had too many people behind the line there. You don't see that call very often. 14-11 UMass Boston on a rather unusual point. Well, they were out of rotation. They were in the wrong rotation. So, the down judge calling them for that. Again, a call you see very rarely. And it'll be another serve coming up for comment. That one probably was going out. The ball is kept in play. Comments, good serve, and that one gets down. A kill for Tiscareno. And it is 15-11, and that will prompt a timeout. So, a good run for the UMass Boston Beacons. 4 straight points. A couple of great serves. We'll take a look at the rest of the set when we get back. It is 15-11. Take a quick break for this timeout. We'll see you in a minute.
The University of Massachusetts Boston, with its scenic oceanfront campus, easily accessible to downtown Boston, is recognized as a model of excellence for urban public universities. 16 NCAA Division III sports are part of the more than 100 student organizations that create an engaging campus life in America's biggest and best college town, UMass Boston.
Welcome back, everyone. You see some of the highlights from the last few points. Some fantastic plays all around that dig from Sydney Birch. Then, of course, the kill at the end from Tiscareno. UMass Boston with some flashy plays to take this 4-point lead in the second set. They won the first 25-18, and now they lead 15-11 about halfway through the second set. Comments with another serve. From well off the net, this one will be handled easily by Garrity. Reed into the back line, and Colby Ross is not able to hit it far enough. It was a great effort from Ross, who's had a very good game defensively, but a spectacular shot from Mallory Reed makes it 16-11. And Kaminsk on a big run with the serve. That one was handled well, and that ball will get down off the hand of Michaela Garrity, who almost got there. So 16-12, the run will end, but Kaminsk getting them a big lead with her serve once again. There's a reason she started off the game at the service line for sure. And she is showing it off so far today. A couple of good serving runs through the first 2 sets. Coming into the game to serve is Maggie Dadman. Sophomore from Maine. Played a key role in this team last year as a freshman. Comments, good set. Able to keep it alive. Ross to the far side for Wimberly. And a good shot, a lot of topspin on the ball. Gets down just inside the baseline. Very interesting kill from Sharita Wimberly. And the freshman brings this within 3. So 16-13 is the score. Beacon still on top. Comments with another good set, but a good dig. Oh no, it goes a little too far. Ross able to get to that one, but not able to keep it in place. So 17-13 is the score. NEC down by 4. And it'll be Kyosa serving for the Beacons. Pass very tight to the net. Kept alive by the shoulder of Dadman. She'll be forced to play it over. Opportunity for the Beacons. Back set. Going to be dug by Ross. Interesting poke shot right there. And that is a kill for number 21, Marcelle Tiscareno. So Tiscareno gets another kill. She has had a couple of very good shots, and that one will prompt another timeout from the New England College Pilgrims. So it's an 18-13 lead for the UMass Boston Beacons. We'll take another quick break. We'll come back and finish off this set in just a minute.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you're primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Welcome back, everyone. We are just finished with the timeout. Some substitutions coming on to the court for the NEC side. And another serve coming up from Alex Kyosa. That one set up for Griffin, and she puts it down just off the hand of Tyla Parker, who wasn't able to get the ball up into the air in time. Another substitution coming in as number 19, McBride Rogers, goes to the bench. Colby Ross looking for the sideline there. It goes a little bit wide on the serve. So 5-point lead still for UMass Boston. And it'll be Tyla Parker to serve. Parker has had a good game defensively. We'll see if she can make something happen from the service line here. To the far sideline. Dug easily by Parker. Garrity cross court, kept alive. Set to the far side again. This time it's Aha. And that one almost gets down, but a great dig. Ball kept in play, and a tip shot gets it. The dig was from JC Kodama, who made a spectacular play to keep the point alive. And New England College will win the point. 19-15 is the score. And now we get a very scary server in Sharita Wimberly, who has been at the service line for all of NEC's longest runs. We'll see if she can make something happen here. They need something to go right here in the second set. They've been keeping it very close, but just a couple of big serving runs from UMass Boston have been too much for them so far. They trail by 4, 19-15. They're running out of time to try to bring this back to one set all. Wimberly, good serve. Pretty well handled by Kyosa. And a great kill down the line. Mallory Reed, the freshman, gets another kill. Saw a hole in the defense in that back line in the corner. And they will end Wimberly's serve very quickly. And full credit to Kyosa for handling that serve well. Talked about it last time. Wimberly's been so good at putting the ball in awkward spots with her serve. That one goes off the block, kept alive by UMB. Garrity off the block and down as another point to the Beacons. 21-15, they are 4 points short of a 2-set lead. So it'll be a serve here for Sydney Birch. 6-point edge for UMB. Good pass from Ross. Aha cross court, dug by Parker. Over on 2, kept alive by the Pilgrims. On the outside, Griffin. Into the block, but handled a little bit awkwardly. Garrity will put it back over. Tight set and a good block. That will win the point. It is number 15, Sarah Doyle, using her height well once again. There's a 7-point edge for UMass Boston now, and they look like they are in very good position to close out this second set. Aha from well off the net gets that one to go down off the hand of Parker. Leader in kills last year, Tihani Aha, sophomore from Hawaii. And now we get another situation where Kenzie Barron is subbed into the game to serve. And it works out well once again. Puts the ball deep into the court, mishandled by Parker. And the lead is down to 5. We'll get another serve from number 5, Barron. Kept in play by the Pilgrims. Dug by Parker. Good set to Garrity. She puts it off the block and down. The freshman, Michaela Garrity, with another good hit on the outside. We talked about this pregame. Who's going to step up in the outside hitter position? Garrity has done a very good job, especially in the second set, and now she'll go back to the service line with UMB needing just 2 more points to win this second set. Good dig right there. Doyle will put it over. Ross, good pass, that one into the block, kept alive. UMB will keep the point going. Barron sets to the far side for Aha. And that one's long. UMB 1 point away from a 2-set lead. 24-17 now is the score. So it'll be another serve for number 7, Michaela Garrity. And an overpass is punished hard by Doyle. Sarah Doyle puts it down, and UMass Boston is up 2-0, 25-18 and now 25-17. So a dominant performance near the end of that second set, especially from Garrity and Doyle. A couple of great kills from Mallory Reed. And 25-17 is your final score in that set. UMB with a 2-0 lead. Will they be able to close it out in the third, or will NEC extend this to at least a fourth? We will find out right after this. We're going to take a quick break first.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Olin Hayes here with you after the second set. We're going to take a quick look at the scoreboard around the Little East Conference, see how some of the other teams are doing. No one starting just yet, but our next game is going to be Castleton University against Norwich University. That is at 3 p.m. We also see some other teams in the conference playing later today. Keene State, West Con, Plymouth State, and U Southern Maine all playing against various non-conference opponents. Keene State and Skidmore, the game after that at 5 p.m. So, interesting time to see how all these teams fare in these preseason games, if you go by conference play. This, of course, is the start of the season in terms of the overall season, but out of conference for now. So, we'll move on to some highlights from this set. And right there you see some of the keys from this second set. Just so many well-hit balls from deep in the court and from on that sideline from Garrity. We talked about this in the keys to the game before the game. Who is going to step up as the outside hitter? Emilia Chipyevska out today for at least game one. And so far it has been Garrity and Mallory Reed, both freshmen, stepping up in that outside hitter position. We also saw that spectacular dig. One of the highlights of the game so far for sure from Sydney Birch. And another great kill, I want to believe, was Tiscareno. Tiscareno has been very good when she's been on the court as well. And we are just a few seconds away from getting back to action in this third set. It's been a long team huddle for NEC trying to figure out what's going wrong. They've clearly been in both of the sets so far, but at some point in time, just a run that lasts a little bit too long on the Beacon side and NEC unable to recover. And it really has felt like the Beacons were in control even in the situations where NEC has gotten a few points in a row. They've never lost control of a set. They've never been down by more than 1 or 2 points. And it will be Carson Kamensk to serve to start us off. She went on a very good serving run in set 2. So UMB is ready, Pilgrims are ready, and Kamensk just about ready to start us off in set 3. So far, UMB up by 2 sets, 25-18 and 25-17. Griffin off the block, kept alive in the back line by Garrity. That one tipped over the net, kept alive, a good dig from Dadman. This one will just be passed over the net on the third hit. Kamensk sets up for a kill for Tiscareno. Might have gone off the block, couldn't quite tell, but either way, the ball gets down in the back line, puts it sufficiently far from Colby Ross, who has been a dominant force on defense whenever they have given her the chance. And it'll be another serve for Kamensk. Ross with a good pass once again. And that is going to be a call against UMB for a net. They put up the double contact time. That can't be right. So, I believe that's going to be a net violation. Either way, the point goes over to New England College. Oh, and a kill cross court from Tiscareno. Another fantastic shot from the sophomore from El Paso, Texas. And now that serve goes back to Alex Kiosa. Oh, and that one just gets down. Carson Kamensk in position, but the ball hit a little too hard. She's unable to get it back up in the air. And now it will be Wimberly to serve. She has gone on multiple very good serving runs today. We'll see if she can make another one happen here. This one's starting at 2-2 in the third set. Great back set and a great kill from Tiscareno. Another beautiful play. We've seen UMB run that exact play a few times with a lot of success today. Back set almost in place from Kamensk, or one of the other setters, but typically we see it from Kamensk. And this time Tiscareno is all over it and finds the hole in the back of the court. So importantly, they end Wimberly's serve right away. Aha keeps that one alive, gets it just inside the antenna. Another good back set, and this one off the block and down from Sarah Doyle. Doyle putting that one down and making it a 4-2 lead. And it'll be another serve for Tyla Parker as UMB tries to run away with this one in straight sets. And a good tip shot right there. That is Tihani Aha picking up a kill with a nice little finesse shot. And now we get a substitution as Kenzie Barron comes into the game to serve. Score is 4-3 Beacons. Serve comes in from Barron, well handled by Garrity. Mallory Reed gets it down for the kill. Another good set. UMB has been setting the ball very well all day. And that is another good kill for Mallory Reed. Between Reed, Garrity, and Tiscareno, they have found plenty of good hitters in today's game. Now it'll be Birch coming in to serve. And that one mishandled, bit of a miscommunication. Wimberly tried to play it when Ross was in position behind her. Goes off the hands of Wimberly and out of bounds. So 6-3 is the score. Birch with another serve. And out of position once again. Might be the first time I've seen that called twice. It's going to be 7-3. So another free point given over to the Beacons. Serving it hard at Aja once again. She has mishandled a couple of those today. Good back set for Doyle. She hits it a little bit too far. Well, that one's off the block, though. It's hard to see from here, but it did go off the block, so that'll be another point going the way of the Beacons. And that will force a timeout. The score is 8-3 in favor of the UMass Boston Beacons. And we will take a quick break here as the NEC coaches and players go over what to do. They're trying to avoid a sweep. UMB trying to close it out.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Hello everyone, we're going to look at a couple of the replays from these last few points and a couple of the fantastic kills from Marcelle Tiscareno. Just able to put the ball in so many great places, and getting around Colby Ross has been the key. Whenever they can get the ball far enough away from her, they've been able to force mistakes from the rest of the team pretty easily, or just find the open space, because the rest of the back line often leaving a lot of open space. And Tiscareno has been one of the best at that today. See that one Ross nearly getting to. And we'll see if this trend keeps up. Another serve from Birch, and that one mishandled again. Aja can't get there. And they've really been taking advantage of whenever Tihani Aja has been in the back line. Oh, and that one drills her in the chest a little bit too high for Colby Ross. Couldn't get her hands up in time. Hit her near the shoulder on the right side, and the ball just awkwardly bounces down to the ground. And that's going to force another timeout already. So, NEC coach Morrison not liking what she sees against her former program. UMass Boston dominating in this third set, 10-3. Take a quick look once again. Go from Tiscareno there. Now the serve, again, misplayed. Serving at so many different members. Even able to force the mishit from Ross right there. Which, that's been a rare thing today. Colby Ross has been very reliable on the back line, but the rest of that NEC back line has struggled returning serves from some of these UMass Boston players. All right, we're just about ready to go after that timeout. Drying off the floor in a couple more spots. Kennedy Samavia, number 13, getting some cheers from the bench for doing the important work. And we get another serve coming up from Birch. It is 10-3 Beacons. Good serve, but a good pass from Ross. But a double contact call will give the point back over to the Beacons. So 11-3 is the score. Beacons running away with this third set early on. Complete miscommunication on the side of NEC. Samavia thought the ball was to the front line. Front line stepped off, all of them, to make way for Samavia, who was not aware of where the ball was. So, 12-3 is the score. UMB almost up by double digits here in this third set. Another good pass from Ross. Still not going to get much off of that set, though. Back set for Doyle, and that one is down off the hands of Wimberly. So it is officially a 10-point lead, 13-3 Beacons. It's been a great serving run for Sydney Birch. Another good back set from number 23, Alex Cook this time. Cook and Comments have been switching on and off in that role. And a good call from Ross to leave that one alone. As they'll take Kobe Ross off the court for a brief moment. She's doing her best to keep her team in the game so far, but only so much you can do about scoring points from a defensive side as the serve goes into the net from Eha, and the leader in kills from last year will step off. That one goes off the block, kept alive by Birch. Cook sends it to the far side. That one into the block, kept alive. Doyle over on two. Both sides were looking for a net call on somebody. And eventually it will go the way of NEC. Looks like the official call is going to be 4 hits on that. They thought one of the hits counted as off the block. It did not, according to the referees. So, point goes over to NEC. They trail still by 9, 14-5. And that one a bit mishandled by Birch. Good serve from Barron, we've seen, or rather from Kodama. One of the people we've seen subbed in specifically for the purpose of serving. Kodama's had a pretty decent game all around. A couple of very good digs and some good runs at the service line as well. That one off the top of the net almost gets down, but a great dig by Birch. Garrity will be able to play it and keep it alive. Ross sets it up. This one over. Pass ball by Birch. And a good set put down by Doyle, but they'll get a double contact call on Alex Cook. They've called that pretty tight across the board today, but certainly all of them seeming to be pretty good calls so far. We get another serve for Kodama. Alex Cook with the back set to Doyle again, and that one will go down easily. Barron with the attempt at the dig, but just no way to control that one with how fast the ball was moving. So 15-7 Beacons. And here comes Sarah Doyle. And that one goes all the way down near the baseline. Another point going the way of the Beacons. They've gotten the lead back up to 9 points. And NEC just not having any answer to the Beacons here in this third set. Oh, a good play over on two. Beacons were just barely ready for it enough to make the play happen. But it'll be another opportunity. Tap shot. That'll set up an easy opportunity for the Beacons, and the free hit is dug by Kodama. Another good set from Barron. Wimberly off the block. Going down for the dig is Doyle. And another dig on the other side from Ross. That one not able to be dug out of the net, and the point will go to the Beacons. Some great digs on both sides. Colby Ross continues to play great defense for NEC, but on the UMB side, they keep the ball alive for long enough. Eventually, a mistake happens over for the Pilgrims. Lead is back to 10, 17-7. Barron sets it well off the net. Back set. The tap is dug by Kodama. Now from the back line is Garrity. Good dig by Kodama once again. Wimberly. Cross court and down. Right near the baseline. Right past a fully extended Sarah Doyle. And a fantastic hit right there gets her the kill. But still the score is 17-8. So UMB with a 9-point lead. Maggie Dadman will come in to serve. From well off the net, Garrity puts it down on the far side. The freshman Michaela Garrity with a good hit from well behind the net. Right around that line in the backcourt. As Sydney Birch and Alex Cook will go to the bench. Carson Comments will come back in to serve. Comments with another good serve, but well handled by Ross. Wimberly into the block, blocked down by the duo of Reed and Tiscareno. And now this is getting out of hand, 19-8. UMass Boston absolutely dominating this third set. Comments with another serve. Again, Wimberly takes it when Ross was in position to take it much more cleanly. And it backfires once again. Beacons go up 20-8. And this just seems to be a communication issue at this point. Multiple times we've seen Sharita Wimberly mishandle a serve that was very difficult for her when Colby Ross was definitely in position to play it behind her. That one hard to handle for Ross. And she shakes that one into the bench. 21-8 is a 13-point lead. Biggest lead of the day in any set. And Ross will sit for just a moment. Another miscommunication. That one will be played just inside the antenna. Good set. The pass was tight to the net, and Comments was able to dig it out. And then the shot goes off of a hand on defense and gets out of bounds. So 22-8. UMass Boston trying to keep NEC in single digits here in this third set. Remember, the first two sets were both close. 25-18, 25-17. Both were very even for a while before UMB was able to pull away. And now another block. 23-8 is the score here in this third. Comments still serving. Beautiful serve forces the overpass. Comments over the net. And that one will somehow win a point as well. Carson Comments can do no wrong these last few points, and it is 24-8. And they have one of the highest numbers of match points I think I've seen. 16 opportunities here. So, barring a 16-0 run from NEC, UMass Boston will close out a victory here in their first match of the year. It'll have to wait just a moment as Comments looks for an ace and hits it into the net. And now it rests on Colby Ross. I think it's safe to say she has been the MVP for the New England College side today, but 15 consecutive points on serve, probably a bit too much to ask. Either way, you got to take it one at a time. Ross's serve put in play. Kose's shot kept alive. Ross sets to the near side. That went off the block, and it will not quite be kept alive. The block is enough to seal the game for UMass Boston, and they win the first game of the season, 25-18, 25-17, 25-9. An absolutely dominant performance in that third set that you can attribute to many players on the roster. Certainly it was Comments stepping up near the end, but Tiscareno, Reed, and Garrity all with some fantastic plays. Doyle and Birch with some great defense and offense. And on the NEC side, just not able to keep up. Some miscommunications, some defensive miscues, and some offensive miscues as well. So they will look to build from here going forward as UMass Boston looks to continue this momentum starting in just a few hours against Emerson College.
This has been a year of growth for me, but more importantly, a year of growth for the University of Massachusetts. When I originally was elected to the position, I said that this was my dream job. It's an opportunity to lead a great university, a university that has dramatic impact. A lot has happened. It's been an exciting year. We have had record enrollment. We've had record selectivity. The quality of the students attending the University of Massachusetts has never been stronger. in terms of fundraising. When I was inaugurated as a new president, we raised $1.6 million. It's more money that has ever been raised at any public university inauguration in the history of Massachusetts. We put $20 million more into financial aid so the students will be able to get the financial assistance that they need. We're interacting with business and industry really across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, trying to get an understanding from them of what skills they're looking for in terms of who they want to hire to make sure the University of Massachusetts are addressing those needs. I feel energy. I feel that people recognize the fact that we're headed in the right direction and they want to be part of it too. I've had so many parents come up to me and talk about their son or daughter. And I remember talking to a parent who had immigrated from Cambodia. And
Hello everyone, Olin Hayes here with Kate Carlson. Pretty impressive third set right there.
Yeah, that was really good. I feel like we've been working really hard at trying to get that chemistry going, and we really kind of were, I think, a little nervous in the beginning, those first two sets, and that third one, it felt really good.
Was there a specific moment where you felt like everything had clicked, or was it more of a gradual process?
I think it was a little bit more of a gradual process, but once we kind of got into a better serving and getting everything to click a little bit, I think it just really all came together in that third game.
In the first couple of sets, we saw sort of back and forth serving runs from both teams. Was there one specific adjustment that you think kind of stopped those serving runs that NEC was getting?
Yeah, I think we just had to settle in and really kind of work on getting more control of the ball and really trying to let them make the errors and keep the errors like less on our side.
And now you have one more game coming up later today against Emerson College. What are you feeling going into that with so many new faces really clicking well in this first game?
I feel a lot better, especially after that third game. Everything really kind of just came together, and I think now the nerves are kind of gone a little bit. You know, it's always the first match of the year. It's always tough, especially when you do have a lot of new faces out there. And we've been practicing, you know, really hard, and I think now that we've kind of gone through that motion, now we understand what it's like to be at home opening weekend and really push through. So I'm really looking forward to this second match.
Great. Congratulations on the win. Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Psychology is about understanding the individual and understanding the mind and understanding how it affects others. The main reason why I want to combine psychology and business degrees is because I want to understand the business decisions that are made. I'm Nurçin Çelebi. I'm from Turkey originally. I'm a senior at the 5-year BA to MBA program at UMass Boston. Right now I'm doing an internship, so I will be starting to get experience in the field. And on top of that, getting an MBA and adding that business edge to my psychology degree. I think in management, the biggest mistake you can make is to not listen. So I want to be able to step into a company and say, here's what you're doing now, and here's how you can improve it in order to get the best out of your people and in order to actually have people coming in here with passion. I moved here when I was 16 for high school. Moving from Turkey, it was a rough journey for me because when you don't really speak the language that well and when you don't really fit in the crowd, it's very easy to disappear. But I decided not to give up, and UMass helped me. It was really a blessing for me to come to UMass Boston because it helped me really grow and show me that I can do things on my own. I wanted to be able to improve myself. I wanted to be able to try new things. And I think UMass gave me a really good head start on that.
I came from a working class family. I grew up in a hard-edged section of Lowell, Massachusetts, and I lived with my 6 siblings and my parents in a 4-bedroom house that had 1 bathroom. I knew that the only way that I was going to get to where I wanted to get to was if I got a high-quality college education, and I had the University of Massachusetts right in my hometown. It made a difference. I'm the first undergraduate alumnus to lead this university. I'm very proud of that. I think with that comes a special responsibility as a steward, as a protector. Every student that I see that walks through the door, I see myself. I was exactly where they are now. I had their same challenges, their same aspirations, their same dreams. And it makes me want to fight for them. It makes me want to make sure that they get every opportunity that I got. I was literally able to transform my life because of the University of Massachusetts, and I want that for every single student that walks through the door.
Psychology is about understanding the individual and understanding the mind. The main reason why I want to combine psychology and business degrees is because I want to understand the business decisions that are made. I'm Nurçin Çelebi. I'm from Turkey originally. I'm a senior at the 5-year BA to MBA program at UMass Boston. I think in management, the biggest mistake you can make is to not listen. So I want to be able to step into a company and say, here's what you're doing now, and here's how you can improve it. I moved here when I was 16 for high school. Moving from Turkey, it was a rough journey for me because when you don't really speak the language that well, and when you don't really fit in the crowd, it's very easy to disappear. But I decided not to give up, and UMass helped me. I wanted to be able to improve myself. I wanted to be able to try new things. And I think UMass gave me a really good head start on that.
UMass is very public service focused, and it piqued my interest, and I started doing more research on it. I'm very focused on what can I do to make the world around me a better place. My name is Lydia Grasso. I'm a junior at UMass Boston studying sociology and minoring in human rights. Because I won the Chancellor Scholarship at UMass, it allowed me to go to Cambodia. I was working at the Sihanouk Hospital Center of Hope. I was in the place of something horrible that had happened. I could either go home and kind of forget about that experience and kind of block it out, or I could do something so that things like that never happened again. UMass provides me with opportunities that I wouldn't get anywhere else and gives me a global perspective in a public setting. I definitely transformed at UMass.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Olin Hayes here as we take a quick look at the final stats from today's game. We see the edge on kills going to the UMass Boston side 34-24. A lot of digs on both sides, 39-34, as you see the hitting percentage really the big factor. The hitting percentage falling off very hard for NEC in that third set. And aces, not exactly our definition of aces being any serve not being returned, but 14-6 in favor of UMass Boston. Dominant serving performance, especially in that third set, as we take a look over at the team leaders on each side. And it was Tiscareno in both kills and hitting percentage. 769 hitting percentage, truly incredible numbers from today. 22 assists from Carlson. Dadman led the way on the other side with 15, but Kamensk had some beautiful sets all day. Parker credited with the most digs at 18. Wimberly on the other side with 10. And blocks 4 for Mallory Reed. Really dominant performance at the net from Reed, both offensively and defensively, was up there with Tiscareno on the offensive side as well. And the aces, many of them came from Birch in that final set. She finishes the day with 7, leading all players in the game. Kodama with a couple on the other side for NEC. So, I'd like to thank our production team for today. As we look forward at the upcoming schedule, you see, of course, the Emerson College game coming up at 4 p.m. today. Emerson getting ready for the middle game today, as Emerson and NEC will play one another. And then it'll be St. Thomas after that. UMass Boston winning this game 3-0 pretty handily. 25-18, 25-17, and 25-9. And that is going to be it for our first broadcast of the day. And for the whole production team who did a great job today, my name is Olin Hayes, and we'll be back with you in just a few hours as the UMass Boston Beacons take